Mama's in the living room watching Judge Judy. I'm in the kitchen eating leftover sushi, and she yells, "Oh, girl, you gotta hear this one." A man was arrested for running a theme park, and when they said, "Where's your license?" he said, "My dog ate it." Oh, you can't make this shit up. Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on her Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one." Mama loves to laugh at how absurd life is, says it's all a comedy and I'm her audience. And I love the way she makes fun of the world. She said, "You'll never guess what's with their girlfriend. It was a man who didn't get inside of the bed. He said, I've been through hell and now I need some help. You just can't make this shit up. You just can't make this shit up." Sometimes I wonder if life's just one big cosmic joke. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout. It's like she's on a Reddit, reading r/funny lawsuits, yelling from the couch. As she sips on a Prosecco, makes fun of all the weirdos, and then I hear her shout, "Girl, you gotta hear this one."
All caps means you're either panicking or trying to represent yourself in court. Both are mistakes. Your feelings are adorable, but they're not admissible, persuasive, or even interesting without evidence. Yes, Heather hates immunity doctrines. It's a personality trait at this point. You don't need to remind her, she wakes up angry about it. Bring receipts. "No, I heard it from so-and-so." This is quid pro quo, not next door. Screenshots are statutes only. Don't fight each other. Fight the law. It deserves it more. If you're offended, excellent. That means you're awake, paying attention, and probably new here. No diagnosing the host. She's petty, not pathological. And don't diagnose anyone else. Stay in your lane, please and thank you. Do not summon the mods. They're tired, hangry, and may bite when provoked. Disagree loudly if you must. The algorithm eats drama for breakfast. Just keep it cute while you argue wrongfully. If you're taking screenshots of my chat, touch grass, tell your handlers. I said hi, and find a hobby that isn't me.
Well, hello. Where do we even begin? Picture this. You're publicly accusing people of crimes. Well, not bold enough to say their actual name, because then you'd be flirting with defamation, and we've all seen from the text messages that you're really bad at flirting. Meanwhile, you're accusing other people of defamation, blah-de-blah this, blah-de-blah that, all while sitting on your channel and spewing some absolute crap. The projection is strong with you. Mwah. And since Lips wants to spend her time talking about everybody else's problems, we are going to talk about hers. getting back to this petty monologue. Oh my God, the projection is strong with this bitch. When I say the projection is strong, you don't go around accusing other people of doing the exact same thing that you are doing without proof. And here's the thing. You want to go around and talk about everybody else as a deflection from the actual shit that you're going through. So I did a deep dive into all of her BS, legally BS, back in May of 2025, and another one in June. But I've left her alone since then. I haven't been dragging her. I have barely been talking about her. However, I haven't been dissecting those filings either, because they really haven't been important to this grand storyline. But bitch, when you want to start talking about me, my petty ass, you messed with the wrong fucking bitch. But see here, I don't bring conjecture. I don't throw around accusations unproven. I don't talk about shit that I'm doing while simultaneously blaming other people for the shit that I'm doing. I don't put my entire life acting like a fool on fucking YouTube. I call other people jealous for talking about you and your bad behavior. I bring receipts. And these receipts come courtesy of my Pacer account and Tiffany Moore Russell, the clerk of courts for Orange County, and her lovely and beautiful website. So we are going to get into a few documents today, some of which they're not new. There is one that was from yesterday, by the way. However, there's a couple from last year, but I have generally not talked about these because they haven't been important. But when someone decides to try to accuse me of shit while simultaneously having 6 open cases and a fucking shit ton of, looking at this Orange County docket, a shit ton of closed cases. Those who live in glass houses should not throw stones. Just a thought. Just a thought. So how is everybody doing today? I'm going to have fun with this one because literally this is not someone slap a sleeping tiger. Could say that. I mean, I was fine. Wasn't really talking about much. Just talking about, your regular old, like, what the hell is going on in this? Things that have been said between both sides. And for those of you who think that I'm friends with Jeremy because I talk about the possible accusations, I don't believe them, against Jeremy. And the breakdown that I did coming from just someone who doesn't have to be a Jeremy fan, to those people in the comment section who are like, oh, you're a fan of Jeremy. I don't subscribe to Jeremy on YouTube. I don't talk to them. Last time I have spoken to Jeremy was last December, like December 2024. Jeremy and I are not friends. I deal in facts, and we were breaking it down because anybody who has been on my channel more than 5 seconds knows I hate hypocrites. And a big thing that I talk about in all of my cases are false accusations. All of the cases that I cover, we cover from a innocent until proven guilty, bring your receipts, like yesterday. Most of you were not here for yesterday. However, yesterday we talked about Derek Rosa, a 13-year-old at the time who was accused of unaliving his mom with a sharp, pointy object in Florida, of all places. But we had a conversation about his civil rights and whether he should be in solitary confinement, aka pre-trial confinement, also known as solitary for anybody who's not a cop, at the age of 13, and if he is found innocent, what that does to his mental health. We look at big picture here. We don't look at small shit, but we also look at accusations and break them down in a factual manner, not with emotions, because emotions are for pussies. I prefer not to have them. I don't know. I gave up on emotions a long time ago. And winner takes all, your account was created 2 days ago, so be careful. I know I called her Lips because she called herself Lips. And I even had called her Leslie for a while, but then when I realized that she was calling Lips, it was like, okay, why am I? But now, remember the Bruce effect? When someone tells me not to do something, I'm going to fucking do it just because you told me not to. Bruce told me not to talk about any of these cases at all. Bruce told me not to talk about any of the Jeremy stuff at all, and that I would regret it. It's been a year and 3 months. I think the only person regretting things and regretting their actions in this case is him. When someone tells me that I can't do something and tries to threaten me into not doing something that is perfectly legal because I am reading legal documents and reading legally posted shit on Facebook. Sorry. You don't want people to talk about your bad behavior? Don't have bad behavior. It's a simple fucking concept. It's a simple concept. So we are going to get to these super chats, and then we are going to get into this first document, which is just a little update on the ABC legal drama. Heroes Chris, thanks for being a member for 7 months. Greetings from Belgium. How is it over on the other side of the pond? And Jeffrey, thanks for the $2 super chat. Couple bucks for the littlest creator. If you know, you know. Oh God, yeah, that drama. That video is now privated. It was cute. It was adorable, but no, we don't need a 3-year-old content creator. NEM, thanks for the $10. Pacer fees suck. Appreciate that. And NEM, thanks for the gifted 10 Squid Pro memberships. I appreciate it. Speaking of memberships, we do have a post up on the community page that is just any case that we're covering. Any case from Derek Rosa to Carly Gregg appeals, stuff like that, to this whole shit show. There's a template in there. You can put what you think of the case, how it will, what will happen to it, how it will, resolve or not resolve. And then at the end of the month, we are going to do a members only stream where we will pick the comments and we will see which ones aged like fine wine and which one aged like milk. However, as usual, I've said it before, I say it again, there is no name calling, no anything on there. We don't do that shit. We deal in facts here. If you don't have facts to back up your position, the only people who will ever get name called are people who either call themselves that name or people who have attacked me personally, like Bruce and Fleesa. Fleesa will forever be known as a thunder cow because you talk about my daughter, you can kind of fuck all the way off. But, And Annie, thanks for the $10. So much for my 0% on my credit card. Worth it. Thank you so much. And y'all only send super chats if you have like Starbucks money. Don't send your ramen money because no, I am not that important. I appreciate it. Every super chat and every like and every share is very much appreciated. But the super chats are not a requirement. They are grateful. I am grateful for you all. However, they are not a And Kasha, thanks for the $2 for the Little Squid Fund. Oh, when you inviting me over for barbecue, because that smoker looked really that smoker looked like it could handle a lot. All right. Let's see. We have this document, and this is just a an update, but it should be an interesting one. Because this last hearing, I do not believe that she showed up. And this was a controversial thing I heard people talk about. I don't really know what they were talking about. Hold on. I have to go figure out what is going on in my house. And the potty training commences with the little crying because she went, and I have to go change a diaper because now she's adamant about changing it. So I will be back in a hot minute. Enjoy a little tune.
Streaming live from the corner glow. Camera on, but the pace is slow. Little hands tugging at my sleeve. Mama's world, it never leaves. One sip of coffee, one deep sigh. I hit pause, no need to ask why. Mama's on pause just for a while. Grab a drink, hold that smile. Bathroom break, life in a Sadie's. Be right back. My daughter needs. Ooh. Chats alive, the comments roll. The tiny footsteps steal the gold. Toys scatter like a masterpiece. Mama duties never cease. One quick hug, one quick peek, a little snack and she's unique. Mama's on pause just for a while. Grab a drink, hold that smile. Bathroom break, life in a Sadie's. Be right back. My daughter needs. Streaming live from the corner.
All right, everybody. Thanks for your patience with me. And also coming to the stage is everybody's. Well, I don't play well with others, and neither does he. Spawn Trooper. Who is. We'll be right back. He'll be here when he's here, but he's on. All right. So we are going to get to this. Chris, thanks for the 5 pounds. Wait, baby squid video was not edited and done on purpose. It looks too well made for a button hit video. Yeah, she uploaded a short last night when I was at work. Yeah. It was apparently intentional on her part. So yeah, that's my child is a content creator. Yeah, that video is now taken down. So this is my world. Like, I don't know. It's crazy. Welcome to it. Everyone is welcome here. Just don't stir squid up. I'm stirred. I'm shaken, not stirred, like a good martini. I'm on a lack of sleep. Like, I got home at 11:30 last night. I got up at 5 a.m. this morning. Like, we're just having a day. We're just having a day. And that's why it's like, people, when I say I don't play well with others, I feel like people take that as some, like, it's a tagline or a joke. No, I really don't fucking play well with others. I am the type of person where, like, I don't care if you're my best friend. If you pissed me off that particular day, I will let you know. I'm not going to hate you. It doesn't mean we're not friends anymore, but I'm not scared to let you know you pissed me off. Jeff and I were in here yesterday, or Jeff was in here yesterday. We completely had a disagreement about everything that I was talking about. We were on completely opposite sides of this issue. I didn't hate him. I just said, I don't agree with you. And we move on. However, I am not afraid to tell anybody in life that I disagree with them. I don't care if you are the president of the United States or you are the person on the corner of the street begging for change. I do not care. And that's the thing. Like, if you piss me off, I will let you know. I do not give two flying fucks who people are. And I think people take that as like, oh, it's some sort of joke that she doesn't play well with others. No, I really don't. I really don't. Like, I am not I don't discriminate. I hate everybody equally. And that's the thing. If I can piss off both sides of an issue, I know I'm doing something right because I'm not brainwashed on either side. I have my own opinions. Yeah, Squid is a sweetheart. Don't let her fool you. In a professional capacity, yes. But, in a professional capacity, but this is not a professional capacity. This is my I do what I want channel. When are you not pissed off? About 23 hours of the day. I'm not really pissed off. I'm not really pissed off. It's just I'm here. This is just me. Like, welcome to me. Sometimes I'll be talking to Mr. Squid and he's like, why are you yelling at me? And I'm like, I'm not. I'm just talking. Why are you yelling? I am not yelling. I can if you want me to, but I am not. I'm just passionate. Damn it.
You don't want to hear me fucking, trust me, I don't need a fucking microphone or telecom. You could hear me from here.
I'm just passionate, damn it.
Something else I want to fucking add. I mean, I've just been feeding my face, so let me get this out of the system. Be very careful, and this goes to everyone. Now, I've been watching some developments going on. Okay, don't you try to fucking tell me what I can and can't do. This is not to Squid or anyone else. Let me tell you something right now. Right, and you can take this any way you like. There's a lot of people out there, right? And this is the minority of each culture. I've got dyslexia, so when I write shit, I write it, and then I use AI or spell checker to fucking get me into shape. Now, over the last 2 years, I've noticed a lot of fucking people who think that the shit that comes out of their body smells beautiful, that the sun shines out their ass. Let me tell you something right now. People who criticize you for using AI or using spell check or anything else, do you know they are weaker than anyone else? Now, which brings me on to the next point. The post I wrote, if I may, Squid, can I read it out?
Sure. Can we talk about this document first, so I can finish it, get it off the screen, and give you a stage?
Absolutely, spanking-lutely. And one more thing. If you are going to, may it be in Squid stream or anyone else's stream, if you want to fucking press my buttons to get a reaction, I'm not a person to abuse my powers as a mod or anything else. Because I'll tell you one thing right now, you want fucking respect, earn it.
So Calvin said that's military talk, loud and proud. It's called I was 18 years old getting told that I was the scum of the earth and my mother never should have had me. When you're 18 years old and you're being yelled at by 3 people who are 3 times your size telling you that, your mother should have aborted you and that you should be grateful that you're breathing at 18 years old, people talking mean to me makes me laugh now. Especially people on the internet that I can't see hide behind their
Let me tell you something right now. I'm going to stop you in your tracks right now. Do you know, should I tell you something? Most fucking miracles happen by mistake.
It was boot camp.
It doesn't matter. I've said things to fucking crow bags, right, that I don't regret. But I tell you one thing.
Oh, I just have to interrupt you. You want to be up? You want to be down? I don't know what. No, you can't call your dad. He's at work right now. No. No. You can call him when he's off work. You can call him when he's off work. No. There's a couple of she muted me. There's a couple of things I want to address. For those of you who in the comment section always put Spawn interrupts me. No, he doesn't. We talk over each other all the time because there's
No,
a
I
delay
don't talk over you.
on the there's a
What
delay
you
on the
about?
internet.
I never talk over you.
No, but
Like what? Like just now?
it's different when we have a stream planned where we talk and we discuss what we're going to talk about beforehand. Or it's different when I set up a stream and say, hey, if y'all can make it, this is what I'm talking about. So when I have a stream planned up that I know that if I don't think anybody's going to be able to show up and I have 2.5 hours by myself, so I already have things in my mind to say. So like it's different. If you've never streamed, it's hard to like this is why we take it easy on other streamers, even though I don't like certain people. When you hear like, oh, people talk over each other, it's like, or this panel doesn't get along. It's like, well, think about you have 8 people who all stream by themselves. Nobody likes silences.
Listen, let me fucking make this absolutely clear before we go into this document, because obviously some ladies here in the audience have their knickers in a twist. So let me make it absolutely clear. If you think that when me and Squid or me and my pretty or anyone else, you know, we're fucking on the platform together and we're talking over each other, like my pretty fucking knocked me out yesterday. I mean, she spoke for 10 minutes and I didn't get a word in fucking sideways. This is what it's like when you got 2 stepmothers, right?
So,
I mean,
So I'm going to give you the stage to read out what you want, and we'll do this because I have to go do mama duties again because we're potty training right now, so life is crazy, and she won't tell me before she has to go, but she will freak out after she goes and wants to be. So I just changed a diaper 5 minutes ago, and now I'm doing it again. So.
Oi, doink, doink, doink.
And winner takes all. I have no reason to hate you. I'm just I'm cautious of certain people right now. So if I'm not meaning to be rude, but if it comes out that way, sometimes it's just my brash personality. Like I said, I don't play well with others. So sometimes when I'm not meaning to be rude, it comes out as rude.
So sorry, who are you talking about?
Winner takes all.
Winner, who? Hi, winner. Hi.
So just
oh, I don't know. Anyway, right. I'm going to read this out because you know, hello, boys and girls. Oh dear, never mind. Anyway, right. A post was created. A post was written, and I'm going to read it out to you. Once upon a time, there was a woman named Leslie who, for much of her life, appeared to live in a carefully constructed version of reality. Over time, she aligned herself and people who seemed equally committed to the narrative. Recently, however, a series of serious allegations have been made publicly, yet no independent verifiable proof has been presented. Only selective shared material designed to control perception rather than established facts. Autobots, roll out. When someone chooses to speak on a public platform, especially about serious matters, they invite scrutiny. That's not harassment. That's how public discourse works. Attempting to silence criticism through threats of legal action simply because others interpret or respond to your statements differently does not invalidate those responses. It reinforces the appearance of narrative control rather than transparency. This is the internet, where statements are made publicly. People will respond publicly. That is not persecution, it is participation. Freedom of speech does not mean freedom from criticism. And fair use allows commentary, analysis, and journalistic discussion, especially when its subject matter is introduced voluntarily by an individual themselves. What's particularly concerning is the repeated pattern accusations are made, Emotions escalate. Threats follow, but evidence never arrives. Instead, we see insults, deflection, and claims of legal actions that contradict how real legal advice typically works. Anyone genuinely advised by law enforcement would always certainly be told not to discuss such matters publicly, especially not in a live stream or rant. If the truth is on your side, the solution is simple. Present the evidence, not selectively, not edited, not framed to serve a narrative, just the facts. If you're unwilling to do that, people are entitled to question why. Public platforms do not grant immunity from accountability. If you don't want scrutiny, don't publish allegations. If you don't want commentary, don't invite an audience. And if you don't want criticism, don't attempt to intimidate others for exercising the same rights you claim for yourself. This isn't about appearance, popularity, or personal attacks. It's about consistency, responsibility, and understanding that once you take something public, it becomes open to examination. If that's uncomfortable, the solution isn't threats, it's discretion. Facts are below. God, my God, wife, leave me alone. I'm reading. Oh God, I hope she doesn't hear me say that. Legal protection for criticism. 1. When you publicize videos or other content online, it is generally considered fair game for scrutiny. The act of making content publicly inherently opens it up to the wide range of reactions from viewers, which can include both positive feedback and criticism, commentary, and scrutiny. 2. Public domain and open dialogue. The internet fosters open dialogue and the free exchange of ideas. Once content is made public, people have a right to discuss and comment on it, which is the very nature of public engagement. 3. Freedom of speech. In many jurisdictions, freedom of speech protections allow individuals to express their opinion, even critical ones, about publicly available content. This is particularly strong when the content or creator is a public figure, or the topic is a matter of public interest. 4. Critically engaging with online content is protected by fair dealing in the UK and fair use in the US laws, which allows for the use of copyrighted material without permission for specific purposes. Criticism and review. You may use clips or snippets of a video to critique or review it, provided the work has been made available to the public. Transformative use. For a critique to be legally protected, it must be transformative, meaning, listen carefully, boys and girls, you add new meaning, commentary, or opinion rather than just the re-uploading of the original. Quotations. Again, let boys and girls listen carefully. Short extractions from published videos can be used as quotations in support a point, provided they are relevant and not excessive. Public figure status. Content creators, specifically influencers with a large following, are increasingly treated as professional entities. And this is directed at you, Leslie. You have now 480 plus, and I believe could be more or less, who cares? That makes you as stated above. And yes, this is a line. However, there is a line, sorry. However, so far only one person has crossed that line. You, Leslie. And to then threaten and then sit on your platform and not showing any police reports or any documentation to uphold your statement tells me that you don't understand what you're doing or refuse to understand it. You're welcome and have a good day. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Spawn Trooper looking at you with his corner eye going, yes. Oh, yes. And I'm sitting here alone. Lonely. Hello, everybody. I am at the moment, you can call me Squid if you like. I've got a deep voice. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm Squid and yeah. I was a squid in the Squid Navy. Yeah. And I worked on these things that go, yeah. I don't know what to say right now. I'm totally help Anybody? There you go.
Beast. She doesn't care. She doesn't care.
Who
Her
doesn't?
words are no. No. Or do you have to go potty? No. And then 2 seconds later, I peed. If you hear her run in here, I peed. And oh my God, Snowflower, thanks for the $49.99.
Oh, there come there's my favorite. There is my favorite.
Snowflower is so sweet.
Oh, do you know what? Reading that out for a second there, I actually sounded like some freaking
Snowflower is a sweetheart.
Snowflower. I tell you one thing. Snowflower has a very large rented area in my heart. She has, and it's not because her kind-heartedness. It's just because of who she is as a human being.
She's an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah.
But also thank you for Lisa and Philip for the $5 and $10 respectively cash apps for Pacer Fund, and Lisa for the pettiness bonus. And I joke about being petty. I am petty, but I'm petty in like the annoying kind of petty, not the like criminal petty. Like I'm petty in like the I will text you every day at 2 a.m. if I know it annoys you kind of petty.
Well, like I do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or if I know something gets under your skin, like calling you lips, and you know that me specifically calling you lips gets under your skin, so I'm gonna fucking do it every day now because I'm petty.
But she made a mistake.
Kind of petty.
Yeah, she made a mistake, by the way. Because you know when I start analyzing shit, when I start going,
your brain goes into hyperdrive and you text everybody at all hours of the night going,
yep.
Did you see this?
Yep.
Did you see this?
Yep.
Did you see this?
Yep. And when I go quiet, well, have a guess what? I know for a fact that she watched my stream the other night and she watched your stream the other night. Do you know why? Because she didn't even you have anything to do with law enforcement on anything that she said over the last 2 weeks. And then today, suddenly, she's gone to 3 different law enforcements and she's even gone to the FBI. Don't you find that very peculiar after, like, it's been mentioned? Do you know what? That woman needs... I'm hereby publicly stating that anyone that she attacks or sues, that they have their lawyer ask for a full 100% psychological evaluation before anything is heard or seen. There you go.
Well, okay, so we're going to get to this. So yeah, I had talked about last year when I was looking her up, because when she first sued Jeremy, I was like, who is this lady? Like, where did she come from? What did she... So I went on Orange County and I
she's a lady?
I put people's name into Orange County website and just look up stuff. Well, I had found that she had sued ABC Legal, the process server, for reasons. But this was filed yesterday. Order granting defendant ABC Legal Services LLC's motion for status conference and directing plaintiffs to show cause.
Who's the plaintiff? Oh, okay.
The plaintiff is ABC Legal. Well, the plaintiff is Leslie. Or Lipsy. We always had a phrase, loose lips sink ships. Sometimes it's better to say nothing at all than to make yourself look stupid.
Well, on the technicality, you'd have a problem there because with her lips, you got a life jacket. So let's carry on. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I said I've got no filter. I don't really give what she is doing. Okay, it's like basically, she's doing the work of 2 other fucking people, and she's an absolute space cadet. Actually, fuck, that's promotion. No, I'm not going to call you space cadet.
Anyway,
sorry.
So this cause having come before the court on ABC Legal Services motion for a case management conference filed November 25th and heard on December 11th. And this court, having reviewed the file and being otherwise advised in the premises, is ordered defendant's motion for a case management conference is granted. The case management conference is held January 27th, 2026 at 8:30 a.m., which is a Tuesday morning.
When is this? Oh, she's going to look like a fucking train hitter.
And it's on Zoom. It will be on Zoom. At the case management conference. So at the case management conference, a defendant's A hearing date for defendant's motion to dismiss will be set. Plaintiffs are directed to be prepared with their availability for a hearing to ensure the date is set and mutually agreeable to the extent possible. Plaintiffs are further directed to show cause as to why this action should not be dismissed.
Oh,
Your
this is
last
going to
one.
backfire on her.
This is your last
Because,
one.
like, she needs to pick out an outfit, makeup, Botox, and a wig.
Well, regardless of all that, like that.
No, it's a serious question, actually. You know, when you right, a real serious.
Well, there's more. Let me finish.
Okay.
Comma, in view of plaintiff's failure to appear at the December 11th, 2025 hearing on defendant's motion for a case management conference. So she's already failed to appear by Zoom once. So this is not this is not the time to not show up. And this is where we don't talk about people's, you know me, I don't talk about people's looks.
Yeah.
I talk about the facts. And when you don't show up for a fucking hearing, by Zoom of all things, like it's not like you just put a shirt on, put your hair in a ponytail. Like,
yeah, I mean, for me, it's just satire and a little bit of humor. I mean, like,
true.
At the end of the day, you doll yourself up the way you want to look. I don't care. But go on.
Yeah, she hasn't had Botox, and I need Botox. I want Botox for this little FU line that I got going on here.
No, just no. I've got an idea how you can sort that out. Don't worry, I'll tell you offline.
I have this this gift, stealing Rosalind's line for a second. Forgive me. Tell her I'm sorry. It's the go fuck yourself line. Because every time I get that, what I call it the what the fuck face, because every time I get that what the fuck look, this line appears and does not go away. Yeah. I would just like to get rid of my resting bitch face a little bit. Because I have mad RBF. That's why people think I'm pissed off all the time when I talk. And I'm just talking normally. People think I'm pissed off because I have some fucking RBF from high hell. And I know it. Let's try to dismiss this case, but ABC filed to have her declared a vexatious litigant, so she'll suppose bond in her stupid BS again. Well, there's been a lot. There's been a lot in that case.
What happened on the 11th of December? Think about it.
The 11th of December was not a Saturday, for that matter.
No. But like, what happened? Like, when did she start fucking coming back into the surface?
I don't remember. Like I said, I really did not talk about her. Like, I heard things, but I didn't make it a thing because it wasn't important to the case, the cases. But when you accuse somebody of a crime, I'm curious to see if those are legit. And that's what I did.
Yeah.
Also, when you accuse someone of a crime and in international and you file papers with the FBI, that stream is taken down, by the way. That stream was taken down where I went through all the emails and stuff because I think YouTube Terms of Service does not like the IP address being shown. I don't know why. Like, I don't know what's up. But rather than fight with the YouTube overlords, because it's just a stress and a edit it, re-upload it, edit it, and I just don't want to fight with the YouTube overlords. So we will just make another video. I will just
Okay, so that's what you were talking about last night, then.
Yes.
Right, makes sense now.
With Radis is down, but it's not down because anybody struck it. It's down because YouTube, because when I was editing it, the redaction that I did not cover.
Yeah, that makes sense because it's personal information, isn't it?
Yeah, but instead of I edited it and tried to re-upload it, and they said it still wasn't everything. So it's like it must have been the IP address. Yeah, because I didn't cover the IP address because I didn't see the IP address as being personal information. Last year it wasn't, but it's 2026, not 2025, maybe. But instead of trying to fight with the YouTube overlords, it's not a strike on my channel. It's just an
advisory. Yeah, it's like, hey, fix this.
And it's just one of those things where sometimes it's not a fight that I want to.
I hear you.
You pick your battles, and like
Yeah.
I'm trying. There's just so much going on in like 3D
Yeah.
world and like 2
I get
channels and stuff like that. That it's like
yeah.
trying to re-edit a video and upload it again. I'm like, I'm not fighting with the YouTube overlords. Like,
Mm,
whatever.
I
I will
get you.
take the monetary hit. Like,
I hear you. I hear you. But it was
and
a good
Ninja
stream.
Puppy thanks for the $4.99 super chat for the late fee.
Mm. It was a
So
good stream, though.
it
One thing, the question I was going to ask you on that document is this: the fact that she failed to appear. Right? Okay, that's beside the point. Now, do you have to be in a certain dress state when you go on Zoom? I believe you can't wear hats. You have to be smartly dressed. You can't be. You have to be decently dressed, and you need to be. How can I put it? Awake and.
you have to treat it like you were in person.
Right. Okay. So that's you. Yeah. But I mean, like, I didn't. It's like if you look at that case, because when you went through that, I read that document very quickly, so I was quite enjoying what you meant. But one thing I've noticed is that she's got a very, very bad habit of either not appearing or just dropping cases. It's like, it's very surreal, to be honest.
It's one of those situations of and this is this is completely my personal opinion, just based on the multiple histories of reading these things. It's almost like she tries to use it as a weapon.
Oh yeah,
In the
sure.
I'm a lawyer, you're not. And even though, yes, we know before the chat corrects me, devil's advocate, even though she's not an active lawyer with an active bar license, she's legally educated as a lawyer.
Yep.
Like, so when I say she's a lawyer, she has the degree, she has the education. I'm an occupational therapy assistant. I have my national certification. I am not state licensed right now.
And
I just don't want to work in fucking healthcare anymore. But I still refer to myself as an OTA because I am. So she is not a practicing lawyer.
No, you've helped me out.
She is still a legally educated law,
Yeah.
She's not bar licensed, but she is still a lawyer in the sense of the education. So before the chat goes, and this is where I say I piss off both sides, because I give her the benefit of the doubt in the sense of she's got the legal education. Do I think that sometimes people use the education that they have? No, that's a whole nother topic. However, people using their education and the fact that she's a lawyer as a weapon. Damn it, Squid. I don't advocate, especially for her. Well, you know me. I play devil's advocate. Some people would call that a fence rider. I just say call it like I see it. I don't have to like her to admit that she still went to law school. I don't know what law school she went or if she finished first or last. That's a topic for another time. However, you can't deny that the woman went to law school and held up until 2023 a bar license in Florida. You cannot deny that. And this is what, the educated part is.
The fact of the matter is, I mean, like my picture myself went through this, and the fact that we actually covered this, and I said that she used her knowledge, the legal knowledge, to get the upper hand in situations. But what she doesn't realize, because she's so arrogant and self-centered, by using that legal knowledge, she doesn't realize that she's making mistakes, i.e., saying things that she shouldn't be saying or doing things that she shouldn't be doing.
Well, and Gail, with this comment, according what gets me is, according to her, she quit. Well, technically speaking, and this is y'all have to understand, I am not a lawyer by any means, but the fact that my parents told me when I was little I should have been, because I liked to argue, and my favorite word when I was little was technically. True. Every time they tried to tell me something, I'd be like, well, technically. My parents regret teaching me the word technically. So,
and I can confirm both.
Technically speaking,
oh god,
the thing I have learned about how a lawyer's brain operates, because I have some crossover with the medical side of the brain and, finding loopholes and things. especially with talking to cognitively impaired patients, but Tammy can
But the thing is, I'm sorry to jump in here, but there is more context to the reasons why she quit.
That is true. That is true. However, on the face of it, she is not lying.
And by the way,
technically speaking, she is not lying, and that's what I called it the lips loophole back last year when I was talking about it. Because people would be like, well, and that's where she wanted to get people for defamation. I didn't agree with what she was doing, but I understood the legal loophole that she was using to try to do it, because technically speaking, she quit. Could she have lost her bar license if it would have went further and she didn't quit? Potentially.
Probably.
But that is one of those you have to chalk it up to the world may never know. Because the world may never know because it didn't go that far. And that's where it's like, I saw the logic she was using. I didn't agree with it. And that's where a lot of what the Hales supporters got mad at me is because I was playing devil's advocate. No, I was speaking in like lawyer brain. Technically speaking, she was not wrong. I didn't agree with the logic, but I saw the logic.
I have an urgent message. Roberto Wado, my Brown friend, Roberto Brown, I do humbly apologize. I actually went to click on something else and I accidentally deleted your message. So I apologize for that. Oopsie. So I do apologize for that. And hopefully I haven't fucking done something. Anyway, but can I just point something out? My main question is this. Besides getting involved with this case and everything else, what was the reason, the catalyst of her getting involved in the first place, if it wasn't by being injected by Robert Luthman, Luthman and Volpe and Matskin? Because honestly, she had nothing, no bearing, absolutely zilch, zero, nada, nothing to do with this case or these people.
And Ketchup, I completely agree with you. But when you look at it on its face and people say she retired so she wouldn't get disbarred, well, that's not necessarily true because it hadn't gotten that far yet.
Yeah.
It was like the paper, according to the paperwork, we can go in conjecture, but remember, if it's not in the paperwork, it didn't happen. Just like in the medical world, and that's where the medical and the legal world combine. Because if it's not in the paperwork, it didn't happen. It didn't matter how much your patient worked and how much they accomplished. If you did not put it in the notes, shit did not happen.
And very quickly, you better start with this document because I'm about to go and say, look, show my queen some love. So I'll be right back.
All right. So this is in a different case, also in Orange County. This is where she is being foreclosed on. This is not the foreclosure of the rental property. This is the foreclosure of their home property. Remember, there is a difference. Yes, if it's not charted, it didn't happen. And that is where my brain goes with, I am not a lawyer, but I can see the lawyer's perspective of if it's not in the court record, it didn't happen. Kind of a situation. Yeah, agree, it's speculative. So I can see the logic she was using. I don't agree with that logic personally. However, from a lawyer's perspective, I can see the logic, All right. Baby squid sighting, you're happy now? Yeah, you're going to see a lot of them. I have this. You're going to see a lot of them. She's been a really good girl today and ate her lunch, so she gets tiny spoonfuls of Nutella. No. Oh, you don't want any more? Okay. I don't know what that is. I don't know what that is. Go get your water. Y'all heard that, right? Y'all heard that, right? You want your telltale back? Okay. Okay, guys. Sorry. See ya. All right. This is their motion for summary judgment. We are not going to get into the whole thing because it is 68 pages long, but we are going to It's 68 pages long. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but there is no disputed issue of material fact requiring trial in this action. Defendant Michael Federico has failed to make the payment due at the maturity under the terms of his credit agreement with Seacoast. This default entitles Seacoast to foreclosure under the terms of the mortgage securing the credit agreement. It seemed like basic logic. If you don't pay your bills, you'll get foreclosed on. Go get a washcloth. In response to this foreclosure action, the Federicos raised illegally insufficient counterclaims, which were dismissed with prejudice. They also raised legally insufficient affirmative defenses, most of which were dismissed with prejudice in the counterclaims and are insufficient to prevent foreclosure. Seacoast is entitled to final summary judgment as a matter of law. And this was 12/22/25. This was right before Christmas. So, baby Squid is a mama's girl, no matter if Squid denied it. Oh, she is not. She is a mama's girl until her dad gets home. And when her dad gets home, she's not a, yeah. I understand the reasoning. I just don't like the reasoning. Yes. And that's what people a year ago, well, 6 months ago, when I went over that stuff, had a problem with me. And maybe I just didn't articulate it good back then. But it's like, my parents hated the fact that they taught me the word technically, because I found loopholes in everything. And I would jump through those loopholes quite consistently. It's like, I don't like the fact that there are some loopholes. However, I can understand if you need those loopholes, you're going to want to jump through them if you can find them. The facts, just in case we need a reminder. Usually I skip these, but a lot of people don't know about this. So if we don't know about this, we're going to get a reminder. This is why people in glass houses don't throw stones, because when you start accusing other people of bullshit, you get reminded of your own bullshit, and so does the rest of the internet. You're welcome. Michael Federico has executed a credit agreement and disclosure in the principal amount of $180,000 on March 5th of 2014 in favor of First Green Bank credit agreement. And Seacoast means the plaintiff, Seacoast National Bank. I went into the military instead. I didn't know what I wanted to do when I went to college. I wanted to do everything, and I couldn't narrow it down. I also didn't want to pay for college, so I had the government do it for me. Hold on one second. I just need to do one thing. Okay. Oh, Mommy. Hi. You want? We don't have any. I love you.
I'm gonna pack my queen up and send them over to you.
Oh no.
You're gonna start what?
Double
Yes.
Fin couldn't. Jeremy files Smexy time harassment charges for sending all those unsolicited videos.
Yes, you can.
I'm not sure.
Yes,
However, I would not be shocked. And I would try, because but the thing is these are the text messages that I haven't seen, and this is where we play devil's advocate, because we never saw any text messages of what Jeremy responded with. If he said, "Do not send me this anymore."
Can I just stop you?
Yes.
Jeremy and George were together when these text messages were being sent.
I understand that. I think you're missing. Stop, please. You're missing, Spawn. You're missing my point. We never saw what he responded. I don't care if George being there was not the fucking point. The fucking point is, in order to prove that they are unsolicited, you have to have a message saying, please do not send those to me anymore, or stop sending me these, or something along those lines. I'm
Good
not
point.
saying that that text message doesn't exist. I am just simply saying I have not seen it.
Good
So
point.
when someone says, could he have smexy time harassment charges filed? I am not a lawyer, but my thing would be like, if I was, my thing, if I were to argue it, would be like, did you ever tell her to stop?
That's a good point. Because
Like-
the thing is, they were both responding to her. But yeah, you have got a good point. If there was any mention of like, okay, enough's enough, or
Yes.
you know,
And that's not me saying that those don't exist. I just haven't seen them. And I am just one of those people that I am skeptical of it until I see it with my own eyes.
yeah. But the thing is, I doubt very much he would put girls up, because it would take any win that he's got in his sale to prove his innocence would then take it away, because that, you know what she's like. She will then fucking go, well, no, this, what, you know.
And I get it. I was just responding to the,
Yeah, I'm with you on that one.
because
Yeah,
the only way to prove that they were unsolicited is to say stop.
Yeah.
Because if he doesn't say stop, she could always say, well, he never told me no.
Yeah, but then
In Texas, that doesn't necessarily, like, I read the Texas law.
Yeah.
Texas has a sexting law, but I'm just saying, as like concrete proof, if he says no, please stop sending me these, that, and then she sends them after that, that is unsolicited. Like, that is hard and fast. I told you no, but
do you know something else that could be used as a sign of, non-interest of receiving text messages? When you don't respond.
True.
That is, on a technicality, that there is basically not interested in your communication.
And that's true. But also you could, I'm just playing, like I said, playing devil's advocate and arguing it from her side.
Yeah.
Well, people don't respond to me when they're at work. Or like, I have like Mr. Squid, he won't respond when he's at work, but he'll see my text. It doesn't mean necessarily that he doesn't want me to text him. He just can't respond because he's at work. So I'll have like 5 or 10 messages that I just won't have a response to.
Yeah.
So it's all about how things are. It's all about putting the narrative in the light most favorable to yourself. And if I were on her side and I were to argue this as her lawyer, I am not a lawyer. Once again, I don't claim to be. I'm just saying, if I were to be in debate class and I'm defending her in a mock trial, that's what I would do. Well, he never said no.
Here's the thing, though. Okay, this is I haven't mentioned this. I didn't say it last night.
And it all depends on Florida law too.
Right.
And Jeff is our Florida law expert.
Okay, like, here's one thing I am gonna say. No matter what anyone says, you can be Satan's stepchild. Doesn't fucking matter. At the end of the day, if you are emailing with someone, especially someone like her, and then suddenly, the telephone conversation. The only time I would talk to someone like that, or like her, or anyone of that group, would be when I'm sitting next to my lawyer in his office. I would not have any private conversation with these people, because this is exactly the fucking honey trap you're going to fall into. So if someone is trying to communicate with you, someone like who's taking you to court or whatever, the best place is to have someone sitting there who can be a witness to what's going on. When it comes to your personal phone number, you should never, ever give out your personal fucking number. And it's just like DMs as well. I mean, if someone started sending me DMs like that, I would instantly block them, and I would stop all communication. And then I would go and say, hey, Squid, my pretty, or DJ Rats, or I would get shitloads of people go, you need to come fucking have a look at this. And then I would add them to that DM So there's no fucking loopholes whatsoever. I'll say, right, this is what's fucking been going on. And I haven't responded. I blocked the individual. This is what's being said. Because it's the most dangerous, like using your own personal phone for communication with, especially with someone that has been on the bandwagon with the anti-what the Hales. Right? I would have went, no, only communication through email or directly over Zoom or with a phone call with my lawyer present.
And
right?
And Devil fan, so backstory on me, I did a mock trial in 9th grade where I was the lawyer, and my teacher had told us, I think it was like history class or something like that. And my teacher told us the sign of every good it was the sign of every good lawyer is to be able to argue both sides. You don't have to agree with both sides, but in order to prove your point, you need to be able to argue both sides. I took that, and I still remember that. 9th grade was 2000.
Yeah, I did
ninth,
that in school, but I was the executioner. But anyway, that's beside the point.
9th grade was 2000. Either 2000. So that was a long time ago, and I still remember that my teacher had told me that in order to argue your point effectively, you need to be able to argue both sides. And I think I bring that into and it's not just this case. Mr. Squid and I will be talking football or like NIL stuff, and I put myself in that position, and he looks at me like, really, you're doing this crap again? So.
And something else, how the hell can they owe all this money when they're supposed to have famous friends and they've got two? Hello, my angel. Now I got to watch my P's and Q's now.
I'm gonna turn the volume down, okay? I don't know, but there's 276 people here, and only 100 and something, 157 likes. Over 100 of you haven't hit the like button or the down like button, for that matter.
I just think
it was 83. Well,
I just think it's only a matter of time, right? Because look at Mr. Magoo. He tried all this sort of type of tactic, and look at him. And I don't know if anyone else has noticed, but a lot of these people have suddenly disappeared into thin air. I mean, Matskin, he's probably sitting somewhere in Armenia trying to be a general manager for a basketball team again. But
it all depends on the state too. So Kelly said, I believe it only takes one not asked for to get harassment. I think it also depends on the state. Because remember, each state's like its own little damn country over here.
Yeah, but I still don't understand that not one that a psychological evaluation has been made, because at the end of the day, that type of behavior is freaking questionable. I'm sorry, but if you're going to sit on a platform all dolled up wearing fake wigs and stuff like that, and and the amount of multiple different accounts she's had and names and God knows what else, the fact that the text messaging is done with a fake name and not her own name, right? Did she go to the police and say, hey, by the way, my name is Annie this? Or did she go to the police and say, hey, my name is Leslie this? If you are impersonating someone else, that means you're trying to catfish someone. Therefore, the police will turn around and say, well, hang on a second. If you were texting him or them or whomever under this name, and then you say that your name is this, that's catfishing. That you're basically trying to entrap someone. So there's already the first red flag that's already against her. The second one is her behavior overall.
I mean,
you can't argue that one, right? And then the third thing is that she's injected herself into a case that had no bearing or anything to do with her in the first place. So she's gone to multiple law enforcement agencies, and FBI. Why leave it till now? after people have actually mentioned the fact that you haven't gone there. Now suddenly you've gone there. Why didn't you do it on the day? Why, when the accusation you said that you were at the storage, why didn't you walk out that storage and straight down a fucking cop shop? Sorry, my French. My apologies. Sorry,
what's a fake wig? Synthetic hair. Versus, I mean, if I were to say what's a fake wig, it'd be synthetic hair versus real human hair. But you know, at the end of the day, a wig is always fake hair. Like, you know, but sometimes, you know, it might save some time and effort wearing a wig.
I just don't understand. I mean, it's like, am I the only one who's using common sense for all this? I mean, with all due respect, not you, Squid, but why is it that like no one's turning around and say, this woman is tapped, and someone needs to freaking get in there and and remove the internet from that house.
Ketchup says, I don't know where she gets all this time to play dress up all freaking day. Yeah, I did my hair today while I was on the phone with somebody working out some other issues. Like, I did my hair while I was multitasking. Like, I don't get to just, do one thing at a time. What is that? And Pickle Tink, good to see you. Hi, Squid and Spawn. Hope I'm not too late.
Hey, Jeffrey Montgomery, I think you need to cut. You need to back off a little bit. I'll put up with so much, but those little digs here and there. Just stand down for a couple of days or a couple of hours. Thank you. I just think that like the fact that she had made a video of 15 minutes today, and the threats she made in that video were just phenomenal. And then right, the last 5 minutes of that freaking video were just basically total flip. It was a total flip.
This is my social media manager right here.
What is that blue thing? What's she using? Is that like some sort of like sticky rubber ball thing type of? Oh, it's that gel stuff, isn't it? Right, I get it. Yeah, she's muted your mic, by the way.
Stop muting me. Yeah.
No, she's looking at that microphone going, I will sing.
Here, where'd your mic go? Go get your microphone. Go get your mic. It's in the living room.
The thing is, though, how can you say in one breath, yeah, it's illegal to use any of your content, but in the next breath you say it's fair use? I sent you the whole transcript, so you didn't have to listen to it.
Yeah, Ketchup brings up a good point. Not to mention, after this supposed storage unit thing, she continued to message for weeks afterwards. Yeah, I'm sorry. If someone essays me, the last thing I'm going to do is talk to them. And continue to discuss life with them, like we're,
it's like discuss, the square root of fucking ECM, fucking whatever.
And Sharon said a wig is an artificial or real hair sewn into a cap, which can be an art attached to a wart. We were just talking about, Spawn mentioned a fake wig. It's like, what's the difference between a fake wig and a real wig?
Wigs, multiple.
Wigs. But like Mo wears wigs, but Mo does it. Mo in the Deep End. If you don't subscribe to Mo, you should. Mo in the Deep End does it for like she's playing a character, because she literally dressed up like Sarah Boone. She's done Donna Adelson. Like, she's actually playing a character, but Lips just seems to do it to antagonize people. I don't know.
No, she does it because she wants to change her look. She wants to. I mean, look, I'm not gonna. At the end of the day, she can do what she likes. But the thing is, if you want to be taken serious in any shape or form, sitting on your platform looking like something out of a freaking Walt Disney cartoon, that doesn't go. That doesn't work. And then the fact that Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't use any of my content, but I can use anything I want. A fair use spell. Well, okay, yeah.
I declare a mute war. I am Baby Squid. Hear me not.
Oh, that bless her little cotton socks. She wants to be heard. She'd be heard. Meow. Hey, sweetheart, did you just speak?
All right.
Did you just meow?
Oh, you're okay. The
No,
cat.
Yeah, apparently she's mute or she doesn't. Come here. Did you just, darling? She meowed.
All right. Just in case we need a refresher on these facts of the case, because we people want to talk about other people while forgetting their own transgressions.
Oh, AT's getting
their principal amount was $180,000.
I thought it was more than that.
Well, down payment, you know. And also
okay,
they bought their house prior to the inflation. So what is probably like, say, just using personal knowledge of something, what was a $200,000 house in 2000 is a $500,000 house now.
248,000, if I can remember correctly.
So the credit agreement secured by a mortgage executed by Michael and Leslie Federigos. Enumerating real property in Orange County, Florida. Mr. Federigos defaulted under the terms of the credit agreement by failing to make the payment at maturity March 5th, 2024. I mean, current principal is $177,000. I mean, legal fees $131,000. Total payoff is $388,479.77.
Just short of $500,000. Bloody hell.
I mean, did you? Lips wears wigs because she has destroyed her own hair. I mean, my hair is obviously not this color naturally, but I've done everything to try to get this color while not breaking my hair.
I can remember the first day I saw you with your hair. I was like, yep, she's had her hair done.
Oh yeah, of course. I hate my natural hair color, but that's why I had that ugly, like, brassy color for like the last 8 weeks, was because that was the transition period between my other color and this, because that's how we do it without destroying my hair. So I had to suffer with that for 8 weeks before we could get this.
Do you know, I'm sure I've got the actual fucking, yeah, go on.
All right. Seacoast filed this foreclosure action July 10th, 2024. Defendant Leslie Federigos filed a motion to dismiss on October 19th of 2024. And Michael Federigos filed a motion to dismiss on October 22nd, 2024. Both defendants filed an amended motion to dismiss the complaint on October 24th.
Oh, FCCPA.
She called her dad. Yes, women problems. Daddy, I go to work. She calls her dad and then walks away from the phone and hands it to me and walks away. And like, he's working, I'm working. Like, it's like, hey, hon, how are you? Love you. Talk to you later. Bye. And hangs up, and then she gets pissed that we hung up. It's like, you didn't want to talk to him. You just wanted to call him. Perhaps if she skipped one of her lip injections, she could pay her mortgage. Like before, like, I want to get Botox, but there is a reason that I have not gotten this yet. It's because I have other bills to pay first. And like the credit card bill from freaking Christmas, where I went a little overboard for everybody this Christmas.
Can I just ask a quick question?
We're having to wait a couple of months in order to get back on budget.
Can I get? Yes. I've got a couple of questions for you. Because Can you just scroll right back up to the first page of the document, please, and then come back down? Right. Okay. I thought I noticed something. So in here, right? So hold it there. No, go back up. There. Right. Okay. So let me read it. Defendant Leslie filed a motion to dismiss on the 19th of October. Defendant Michael Federigos filed on motion on the 22nd of November. However, she's not added to the name at the top at all. It says Michael Federigos et al. Defendant.
Yeah. No,
Right.
at al
So,
is like when you read a
yeah, I get that. So basically, what this document is telling me is that Michael Federigos fucking him, right, is basically pro se, and so is she, correct?
No. Well, I think so. Well, here's the thing. What this is there's a number of defendants, including their home or their I believe their HOA. Don't quote me on that one. I could be wrong. But like there's a number of defendants. So just like in Federal 1 or Federal 2 where it says Jeremy versus John Cook et al. And it's everybody.
Yeah.
Instead of listing out every single defendant, you write et al. Just like when you're reading a scientific paper.
Yeah.
And you have 8 authors, and it's like Spawn Trooper et al.
Yeah, I got that. I get it. But here's the thing. Let me explain it again. If he is the main name on there et al, okay, and that includes everyone, HOA and her and everything else. Are they doing this pro se, representing themselves, or has he identified himself as the representing attorney, representing the others, like representing Leslie and HOA and everyone else?
He is only.
That's what because the thing
he is only representing her and him. Windmere Downs Community Association has a different attorney. And Seacoast as a plaintiff has a different attorney. So it's the 3 defendants. But he's representing himself pro se, and he's representing her.
Right. So here comes my follow-up question then. Wouldn't there be a conflict of interest of him representing her?
There can be, but not always. But you can waive that conflict of interest. Okay. For example, I'll go back to everybody's favorite streamer who's back up and running stuff. Nick Rekieta, during his initial appearance, he requested to represent his wife, and waived that conflict.
I get that, AT1, but I'm just asking because the thing is, if he is representing himself and Leslie, is he representing Leslie as the attorney, or is she doing it pro se? Yeah, anyway, but
he's representing her.
Right. So there's a conflict of interest, isn't there, really?
There could be.
Yeah.
But not necessarily. And you can always waive a conflict of interest, and you can basically do it until the court says you can't. And Seacoast never said they never filed a motion saying that there's a conflict for him to represent his wife. So
Okay. All right. You learn something new every day. So I just learned something.
It's there could be, but it's one of those things of if nobody complains about it, then
No, it's like I said. I mean, I am always willing to learn.
And they do have a common legal interest in this one.
Okay, that's okay. That makes
because they're both on the mortgage. What is interesting though is that they both filed separate motions to dismiss.
Yeah, you'd think that
slightly interesting.
Yeah, you'd think that it'd be one complete. It would just be one filing, then both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seacoast is entitled to enforce the credit agreement and mortgage, and they name a whole bunch of stuff.
And who says I know about American law? God, I'm learning every day.
Well, American law is based off of British law, so if anybody ever tells you, well, you know nothing, that's not exactly
but
true.
it was the basis. But the thing is, American law has evolved and adapted it into itself. That's why you've got U.S. code, Florida. You got U.S. code and everything else, because that's an adaptation of the original law.
And the Puerto Rico's affirmative defenses do not preclude summary judgment. It's like, oh God. Hey, Lindy, thanks for the 11.99 euros. Those are euros, right?
That's euros. Yeah, that's
Okay.
about 10 quid. That's about 10, 11. Yeah, it's about £10. So you're looking at about $12, $13.
Botox fun out of ramen, only white rice left now. But see, and I thank you, Lindy, for that. And it's one of those things of like, I want this, but it was like, I know that I have shit to pay first, like a credit card bill.
Yeah.
And, making sure my bills are paid before I with
I've
starting
got
the
to say-
second channel, I got a little crazy with the the link tree. I paid for Linktree for a year because I used their Black Friday sale. Like I paid for Sub Magic, which helps me cut shorts. Like I paid for a bunch of things to help me edit. I paid for CapCut for a year. So now I have to but all those things, when you look at your credit card bill and you're like, crap, all that shit added up.
Do you know, I'm sorry to say this, but I just, when I saw that message about the Botox fun, and you were talking about that between your eyes, I thought the next stream you turn up and it's like Cave Lady. You got that big fucking brow, from the caveman brow. I'm sorry. I couldn't resist that one. You can fucking kill me later.
And you said, isn't there two banks involved? One being the primary mortgage and the company holding that's the other foreclosure.
Yes.
There's two foreclosures. There's one on their primary residence, which is this one. And then there is one on their rental property. I think it was a rental property. I'm not. Rosalind knows more because she's talked about it in one of her breakdown videos. That I know, I believe it was like he inherited it or it was his property and they were renting it out, but they still had a mortgage on it. That with the Freddie Mac one, that is that other property.
So does that mean this bank could use, or the other bank could use this bank's case and add it to theirs?
I don't know. That is where the law is. I don't know. However, two separate mortgages, your credit report will not like it.
That's for sure. I know about you
And
guys.
anytime you try to get something in the future, your credit report will reflect the fact that you had not one but two bankruptcies. However, and Andrea, thanks for the $25 Venmo Botox fund. And y'all, that wasn't like
go and look at Timothy's fucking Timothy's fucking.
Squid wants ridges. I have ridges. They're right there.
Hey, Squid, from now on, every time I talk to you, I'm going to go, kabla! Today is a good day today. I need a Dr. Pepper. Fuck it.
Didn't someone somewhere say they're trying to get around this lawsuit by saying they are divorcing? I don't actually know. They do have a divorce on the books. So I have to relog into Ooh,
excuse
bless
me.
you.
Thank you very much. And bless you right back.
And I'm covering one of the reasons that this case was so easy to find is I am covering like 4 cases in Orange County that have nothing to do with lips. So I had already been familiar with this website. This was the same county as Sarah Boone. This is the same county as Anthony Shea. This is the same county as Um, who else was this? There was another one that I was covering in this. So there was other cases in this county that I have looked up and covered. So I was very familiar with this. But if you look at
maybe this is the reason why she's trying to sue everyone with a fucking pulse.
this is the reason why in my opinion, this is the reason why she's trying to deflect and talk about everybody else's problems and everybody else's crap, is because, like, this is when you talk about everybody else's shit and this is your shit.
Yeah, I mean, I went onto one website and there's 22 pages on both of them. I mean, 22 pages, like here, you've got 2.
I need to
on
start.
one.
I didn't do that on purpose. That was just when people were talking about her Botox, and I had talked about, yes, I want Botox too. When someone made a comment about wanting
Thank you, Kim.
someone made a comment about, like, maybe if she hadn't gotten lip fillers or something, she could have paid her mortgage. And I am never one to talk about, you want to get lip fillers, you want to get Botox, you want to get plastic surgery, a facelift, a boob job. I don't care. I don't judge. You do what you want to do. However,
Dankeschön, ketchup.
it's the priority of putting certain things before others. Like, I know that I have bills to pay before I want my Botox. I want my Botox, but, like, my mortgage,
Will you do me a
my
favor?
electric bill, my internet bill, food on my table, clothes for my daughter come before
Oh my God, Stephen.
my Botox.
Can I just say something? I don't think you, like, I'm going to say this publicly, and I'm going to say this as a friend because we are friends, right? You don't need Botox. What you need, right, is just basically headbutt a freaking post or something, and you'll have the Botox there for a couple of days, and then every time it disappears, you just headbutt it again, and you'll have your Botox. Seriously, you know that Botox, right?
Headbutt it. I have a giant ass bruise on my forehead. You know how much freaking makeup it took to cover this damn thing today? I hit my head yesterday. In the new building, I hit my head. Oh my God.
Why did I know about that? No, but seriously, you don't need it. You know what you need? I'll tell you what you need with a Zig and Zagab. You need to get a light strip around that frame behind you.
This is my other, I have ulterior motives for the Botox. You have a 20% chance of Botox helping with your headaches. That's the other reason.
So when you give me a headache, I just have to go and get Botox.
So,
Sorry.
and Jeff, I need you to answer. Yeah, so I'm never one to disclose when I DM somebody, but, like, I heard that Tug fell. I don't know the circumstances. I just saw his Facebook post. I, like, the one thing in life that I am really good at is fall prevention. Like, I DM'd him and said if he needed anything to contact me, because that's the one thing that I might be an expert at. It's like OT is basically fall prevention experts.
Yeah, because both of them were out for the count. I think he tripped and fell against something.
Oh my
like
God,
his hip or his leg.
it so makes me cringe because I'm like, that's my. But when the people in the chat have told me they've fallen and, like, they've broken ribs, or, they've fallen and they got a busted arm, and I'm like, oh my God, I have a whole video series on fall prevention.
Well, I better not tell you what I did a week ago.
Oh my God. But here I am hitting my head. So, Do
you want me to make everyone queasy?
You don't make me queasy.
Okay, well, I had a knife in my hand and I was cutting some cable, and the knife slipped and it went straight down to the bone, my middle finger.
I filleted my finger in a pallet strap.
That's twice now I've done that.
I have a question for Jeff, because you are my resident former law enforcement for. Botox was used a lot for stroke patients for spasticity. English. in Florida, when the cops are called to a house and there's an issue with anything, is it a DV with children? Because there is two things in here, and I want to make sure that I am not like putting words out there that are, this is why I ask people who are smarter than me instead of just assuming I know shit, because there is two things in here. One on 3/2 of 2025 and one on 7/23 of 2024 that are DV with children is the type of, it's right here. But I have heard in Florida, I do not know if this is true. So I'm asking a former law enforcement. Is it true if someone calls the cops for any reason and there are children in the house, it is automatically classified as this? Even if it's not like that. You know what I mean?
DV with kids.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the fact that there are children present, even if it's like there is actual no like physicalness.
It didn't. I mean, if there's children present, the thing is, a DV it can potentially endanger the children's welfare. So that's probably that. That's what they put down because we'll
never know because of the fact that this is
exactly
non-public because it's family court. But when I was going through this docket previously, someone had mentioned that, in Florida, every time the cops are called for anything and there's children present, it's put in the system as that. I have absolutely no idea if that's true, and I cannot find a statute in Florida that would deny or confirm that for me. I have no idea, but I'm curious. Or did Megan just cold clock him for not sending her leg warmers? I mean, no offense, but they live a couple states away. So if she did that, that's damn good reach.
Yeah, she did a fox ninja on him. But the thing, as far as I could also ask I've got a friend who's a homicide cop in Houston. I mean, I could always ask him.
Well, Volusia 1 is a former law enforcement in Florida, hence the name.
Yes, I know. Yes.
And if evidence of DV, law enforcement is required to make a physical arrest if the likelihood that violence will continue. Okay, and that's the thing. We don't know when I have access to any of those documents. And I don't want to speculate, but I also want to put to rest because the thing is I don't like her by any means, and I will make fun of her now that she decided to call me a felon for reading publicly available documents.
Well,
I will make fun of her until the cow comes home.
No. She called all of us felons if we read those documents. So basically, it was a generic across the board.
True, but I was included in that. So ergo, I will make fun of her until the cows come home.
Okay, I will join you.
However, I don't go out of my way just to be an asshole for the sake of being an asshole.
No,
in the sense of when there is legal shit like this. And I've heard people say anytime in Florida, or I've also heard people say other things. And I just want to dispel rumors at the same time. It could depend on each department's policy.
Yeah. I mean, all I know is that if there are children present, I mean, don't quote me on this, but if there are children present during a call on a DV, right, it's basically the situation DV could endanger the children's welfare.
Yeah, I was just curious because there's two of them in here and they're right next to and filed around the same time as the dissolution of marriage with children. The first, or the one that's at the top, the most recent, was 2/27 of 2025, with the DV with children being 3/2 of 2025. So what, 2 days apart or 3 days apart? And the other ones were a day apart, 7/24 and 7/23.
Go and have a look at 8 and 9. 8 and 9. Number 8.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. That's what I was talking about.
No, there's 2 cases that she's done it last year and she's done it this year.
No, she's actually done it 3 times because
I
2 is
can't see that.
dissolution of
Too
marriage
small.
with children.
Oh, okay.
But the DV with children and the dissolution of marriage of children are filed joint like the same times, like 723 and 724 and
Yeah.
227 and 32. So it's just I'm wondering if those, you know.
Could it be the same case? I mean, has it got the same case number or is it? Yes, it has. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, wait a minute.
They're different.
Yeah, they're different. Sorry, it's very small. I can barely read it.
It's just interesting that, yeah, and there's no way to make this bigger.
Yeah, okay, no problem.
But it's just interesting that, you know.
Yeah.
This is one that I thought was really interesting that I haven't looked into yet. Libel slander in 2023. Leslie Federigo's versus Kayla Federigo.
Oh, wait a minute. Is that
Michael's sister? Leslie Federigo's versus Kayla Federigo's, Paul Russo, Nicholas Federigo's, Kathleen Boers, Danny Federigo's, and Eleni Federigo's. So she sued members of her husband's family. I haven't looked into this one yet. This is one that because remember, I looked into these things, but then I was like, it's not worth it. Like, she's not worth the time. It's not important to the other stuff. But then when you accuse me of being a felon for reading documents, and then you go off on shit, on tangents about me and my friends because you are pissed, and you flirt with defamation, and it's the only thing that you're good at flirting with.
check DMs. Where are we?
Yeah, that's it. But it's one of those names could be her kid. Yeah, and also her family. Yes, but her family not by blood. Her family by marriage is what I meant.
Yeah,
her in-laws.
Yeah.
So. It's just interesting that you like. I don't like my mother-in-law and father-in-law, and my sister-in-law is great, and my brother-in-law are great, but like my mother-in-law, raging narcissist. I would still never sue her because why? What is the point of that? Like what is the actual point of that? I'm confused. Like, what the point of suing your family would be. What we're gonna look.
Interesting.
Because this is what happens, Leslie, when you try to throw a petty bitch into the fire. I'm gonna drag your fucking ass with me.
Oh, I like that one. I like that. I like that a lot.
I don't play well with others. Don't play well with others.
I'm going to send you the link. You check it out later. No rush.
Don't play well with others. Yeah, they do have an open divorce case too. They do have a current open divorce case, which, but this is one I hadn't looked at. I had looked at a lot of them last year. I looked at, and just remember, she still has, we're going to look at saved searches on my Pacer.
Said to who to what?
Hold on. We're gonna.
I mean, like I've heard about people sort of like setting fire to both ends of the bridge, but I've never heard anyone actually set fire to the bridge, to both ends of the bridge, the county on either side of the bridge, and the atmosphere. And I mean, the self-destructive behavior is palatable, to say the least. And why do I sound drunk?
Oh.
Oh, wait, I need some Dr. Pepper.
That's why.
Be...
Yeah,
he
also has multiple cases on Pacer. Right there. So that, you know.
Yeah.
Just remember, she also has multiple cases on Pacer.
Oh,
she
yes.
takes the docket to be her personal journal.
Do you know, it's funny you say that. Someone else mentioned that.
Intended for intimidation effect. If she's trying to intimidate people, she's really fucking bad at it.
Yeah. Do you know, it's funny you say that, having the docket as a personal freaking journal. It's really strange that you say that, because someone else mentioned that the other day.
Her next live is supposed to be how JH affected her marriage.
Oh, someone please get a drill with a rusty drill piece and over the left ear, just slightly behind it. Please, please, for the sake of the gods, do it to me now.
So, defamation, libel, slander, abusive process, intentional infliction of emotional distress, invasion of privacy. This case involves extended and estranged family members and a childhood friend of the plaintiff's husband who have taken measures. God, I hate when fucking lawyers can't use proper English. You wrote a 19-page document and you can't use proper English.
Should have used AI for it. I do.
Well, this was before the AI revolution. Have taken measures to cause harm to the plaintiff after the plaintiff and her husband attempted past tense. Jesus freaking Pete, man. Attempt to set boundaries to stop familiar interference with the plaintiff's marriage. Oh my God, you're suing because people interfered with your marriage. Like, sweet baby dumpster Jesus. I actually had to explain that to someone last night, and it was like, no one's going to understand this. All right. After the plaintiff cut ties and communications with various family members, these extended family members wait several years without contact with the plaintiff before they intentionally recruit other extended family members and friends by the dissemination of false statements about the plaintiff to support the filing of a false police report against the plaintiff. The spread of these false statements results in the false police report against the plaintiff, the Department of Children and Families, on October 24th, 2023, which was closed with no findings on November 2nd, 2023. Defendants continue to threaten the plaintiff with more false reporting, and the court's dissemination of these false statements, which results in the New York court granting 2 orders of protection to protect the plaintiff and her minor children. The defendants continue to publish disparaging and false statements about the plaintiff and continue to engage in communicating these false statements to third parties.
So they both do it.
Well, okay. All right. Quote. Okay. So some of the comments, none of the defendants had any contact with the plaintiff when they made claims of you're supposed to be writing this as a lawyer in third person. My mental health. Like, you can't, like, grammar 101, not even legal writing. I'm not a lawyer, but fucking I can speak English and sometimes write. Don't switch tenses.
Aren't you supposed to write in third?
Yes. Well, I don't know if you're supposed to, but everyone does. But here's my problem with what she did. I'm not a lawyer. I don't know if you can write first person or you're always supposed to write third person. What you're not supposed to do is switch tenses. Go from present tense to past tense, first person to third person. And when someone goes from third person to first person, I think you're getting emotional because now all of a sudden you're taking it from being factual and this and this is happening, this is happening, this is happening to.
Hang on a minute. Hang on a second. That there, if plaintiff has lost her mind, plaintiff has made it. I've seen that type of writing somewhere else. I wonder if this is the actual document.
None of the defendants have access to plaintiff's private medical records or to make such claims if plaintiff is refusing treatment, refusing to take her meds off her record. Plaintiff is a detriment to her children because of my mental health or refusal to treat. This sentence right here one, look at the quotation. It's backwards. Which means she was either not paying attention when she was writing this, didn't proofread, or she was emotional. And plaintiff is a detriment to her children because of my mental health. That's her, which means somebody this is either not accurate or this is not a direct quote, because no one says plaintiff's a detriment to her children because of my mental health. That makes absolutely no freaking sense.
Right. So basically, if hypothetically speaking, if Leslie Rodriguez wanted to sue me, I could then take this document and say, well, okay, before we go anywhere near this case, I want a psychological evaluation done on the defendant. Sorry, I'll be the defendant, won't I? So on the plaintiff due to historical issues in the past. And here's one example. Because at the end of the day, there's something in there that you read out that concerns me slightly. Right? Is the fact that if she is has mental health issues and she's on prescribed medication, the same thing with Stupid Dave. Stupid Dave has admitted publicly that he has mental health issues and he's taking medication for that. But at one point he said he stopped taking it. Now, play my turn to play devil's advocate. Now, if hypothetically speaking, in this statement, she's made it a legal document, so therefore she has mental health issues and she has been prescribed medication, and a comment stating that she has refused to take that medication, that is a very serious freaking sentence. Because what happened if she is refusing to take a medication and she's not taking a medication? Does it change her personality? Does it change her mood swings? Does it change? I mean, and looking at the historical side that I have witnessed, and I haven't got involved in it that much, but I've witnessed her behavior, multiple accounts, multiple YouTube accounts, multiple videos, behaving very strangely, acting very strange. Could that be a substitute of her refusing or not taking her medication? That paragraph there, paragraph 2, is extremely, extremely open. Very, very, very. Hello, here, look at me. What's the word for it? Giving. Very giving in read between the lines type of information there.
Well, and the way I break things down is not who's writing it. I care less who's writing it. So when people are like, well, you're talking about her, or you're, blah, 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 whatever. The people in my comment section, one person in particular that just made me fucking laugh today. I don't care who is writing it, and I break shit down of every lawyer. I don't like lawyers. It's well known that I hate lawyers and I'm a fucking anarchist. The more fucking court cases that I read and watch, I'm becoming more of an anarchist every day. I don't like lawyers. I think lawyers are shady as fuck.
Yeah, there you go. There you go.
There's only 3 lawyers that I like.
There you go. Turn of Hurdles mentioned it. I knew that I'd seen that somewhere before.
Also stated in her retirement papers, possibly. Yeah. Possibly.
And to Gail, no, I don't love psychological evaluations. To be honest with you, I think people should be treated the way they act. However, if there is a mental health issue, then it needs to be addressed. And to be honest with you, I'm not going to attack or put anyone down if they have mental health issues, because that means they need genuine help. But if they're using it if they're weaponizing the condition, and they're weaponizing, like you can see here in black and white, then obviously somewhere you have to draw the line and say, well, okay, then if you do have this condition, then I think there should be an evaluation made.
I mean, I'm all for like I break things down by the way it's written compared to other legal documents, compared to standard legal that we've all read, third person, citing case laws or citing specific examples, the grammar used. I hate when people claim to be smarter than everybody else. Lawyers, they all do it because even lawyers that I love on YouTube will put things like actual lawyer breaks down document. Condescending much? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
just that,
yeah,
like,
I
lawyers
get you.
have this sense of, like, entitlement. I fucking hate lawyers.
Inferior complex.
Yeah, they
think
have a
that, yeah,
superiority complex. It's like,
yeah,
we'll go into a hospital and there's my superiority complex because
yeah.
then you'll fucking work with me. Like,
Because
I'm a
all it
lymphedema
is,
therapist. You want a
yeah,
superiority complex? We can
yeah,
go at it.
yeah. Because all it is, it's knowledge based.
Yeah.
That's all it is. The only difference between like Joe Blogs and a lawyer is knowledge base.
Well, and so like it's well known that I hate lawyers. So the people are like, well, you're reading it and you're not a lawyer. No fucking shit. I
No,
read it because one, I don't like lawyers to give me their spin on what they said, or no, I like to read it for myself and be like, you make no fucking sense. Or
that's
you're
true, Roy.
expecting me to read this bullshit and actually believe this bullshit? Oh, hell no.
Mm.
You're trying to spin a narrative that like my 3-year-old wouldn't even read, and she believes that Santa's real.
Mm. I mean, Roy just said you can't. The problem is you can't force someone, and I totally agree with him. You can't. But
Yeah,
the thing,
I learned in healthcare, and this is why one of the other reasons that I don't give a shit about a lot of things is you can't help someone who won't help themselves.
and the
I learned that a long time ago. Like, you
Yeah.
can't help someone who will not help themselves. Therefore, if I try to help someone and they don't want my help, I don't try, because it's not that I think I'm a bad person or I want to be a bitch to them. It's like they won't help themselves. So why am I going to waste my fucking precious time? I only have so much time on this earth, and it's not going to be wasting it helping someone who does not want my help.
Yeah, but like if we can, one thing that we need to stay on topic with is the fact, yes, you can't force someone to seek help. However, when you've got someone who uses their condition in a legal document the way she has and did and does, you have to look at it from a different perspective. Yes, you may be a lawyer, or you used to be a lawyer, and you are not a lawyer, nor am I. We are people who have a little bit of common sense, who look at stuff and go, oh, well, hang on a second, and have an opinion. But the thing is, where do you draw the line? I mean, she's already in this document, she's already gone from first person, second person to third person. She's contradicted herself. She's writing fit. She's making absolutely sure that you understand that it's about her medical condition. And the thing is, at the end of the day, it's like, why are you weaponizing your condition?
And there's another change of tense. None of the defendants live inside plaintiff's home to see her parent, my children. She changes tense in the same sentence.
So just because you don't like your mother-in-law, you sue him.
Okay. I wish I could sue my like.
No, that's what it said. That paragraph there, right, is telling me you had an argument with your stepmother or your mother-in-law or your sister-in-law or something like that. You got your knickers in a twist. You had your little sweeties. You threw your fucking teddy out of the pram, and then you thought, "Fuck it, I'm a lawyer. I'm going to sue him. That'll get him out of the house." Really?
It would be a dream to sue my mother-in-law for emotional distress. But there's a difference between what I think is funny and dream of, and what is a fucking reality. And we live in reality. We don't live in this fantasy land.
Why is it that every time you and I or we read these documents, there's always one fucking paragraph that blows it out of the water? Just by using a little bit of comment. I'm going to drink my Dr. Pepper. I'm going to shut up now.
Yeah, this was dropped as well. So I have to get going. We have been at this for 2 hours. I have to get going because I have to go to work again tonight. But
I'm hearing excuses here.
But we do have how these people are related. So Danny Federico is resident of New York, brother of Michael Federico's. Kayla is niece of Michael Federico's. Nicholas is nephew of Michael Federico's. Eleni is his mother-in-law, or his mother. So her mother-in-law. Eleni. Kathleen Bowers is the mother of Leslie. She sued her own mother.
Wait, really?
Kathleen Bowers is a resident of Brevard County, Florida, is more than 18 years of age, and is the mother of Leslie Federico's.
Oh, you absolute fucking cretin. The person who brought you into this world, you decide to throw another
She sued her own mother. She is talking about everybody else's bullshit and trying to say that everybody else is a problem. She sued her own fucking mother.
The person who birthed you, who fed you, clothed you, protected you, and then you go and do that, you absolute cretin, you absolute wank stain.
Paul Russo is a resident of Orange County and is mutual friends of the defendant and the plaintiff's husband.
Wow. I thought it was the stepmother, but okay, that puts a different light on it. That puts a different light on it. A big wow.
And catch up, she has done terrible things to her parents. It's one thing to just hear people say, well, she's done this, she's done this. This is one of the reasons that I read the documents, because like it's one thing to like call your mom a name and say, and people go, well, that's terrible, you did terrible things to your mom, and like the telephone game, things get misconstrued, that kind of stuff. She literally sued her own mom. It's in a court record. Sweet Jesus.
I mean, like AT just took the words out of my mouth. If it was me, I'd be suing. I'd be going, right, Leslie, I'm suing you. I want an egg back.
Like,
but the thing is, I mean, this like, here's one thing we all need to remember. These documents are court cases. They are public information. They are open to the public. And like I said in when I read out that post, the fact of the matter is that you have put yourself into the public viewpoint for scrutiny. And you can threaten anyone you like. It's all going to come back to bite you in the ass. Oh, I can't believe that.
It's one of those situations where it's like, when you talk shit about people, those people in glass houses should not throw stones. When you are, like I said, I'm a petty bitch. You want to call me and you want to flirt with that line of defamation of accusing me of a crime. Let's drag all your bullshit into the open. I will go on every fucking public website in the country and read every document that I can find your fucking name on. Because that's the kind of petty bitch I am. When you accuse me of a crime, but you aren't willing to name me by names because you're flirting with that defamation line, and you know that's something that I could actually sue you for
and win. And just for the record, I can confirm,
and I wouldn't dismiss that shit.
Yeah, I can confirm that you don't want to. I mean, like I find it hilarious and funny when she gets angry, but I tell you one thing: you don't want to get on the wrong side of her. I'm telling you that now. I mean, like Squid and I argue like brothers and sisters. Like we've built a very strong relationship. Like, and I've got that relationship with quite a lot of people. But one thing I find totally disrespectful is when you sit on your platform. I'm not talking about you now, Squid. When people sit on their platform, just because they got the training and the schooling doesn't mean that you are right. And the fact that you are threatening people because they are discussing something that is publicly available. If you don't want people to talk about you, you absolute wank stain, all right, don't put it on the public domain, because we have the right to criticize. We have the right to comment. We have the right to research. And this is what I can't understand with look, please, someone get some sort of like testing done. Find out if it's in the water or the food. Well, we know it's in the food because of the chemicals you've got in your food. Jesus. But
yeah, we have to do a stream about that.
But at the end of the day, if and I've been saying this from day one, look, if you don't want to be scrutinized and judged or spoken of, irregardless of like satire, humor, like I like to use a lot of sarcasm, satire, and humor, right? 99% of the time, I'm always fucking around joking. But at the end of the day, when you attack people for doing something that they are legally entitled to, and also under your own constitution, that's where you start fucking up. Because, like, let's put it this way: we've seen your track record for court cases, so you're not really, you're you're not that really good at law, are you? Really? I mean, the fact that you actually contacted the IC3 and tried to go international to Australia, that is definitely going to come bite you back in the ass. And the fact that you made this allegation and everything, and you've only now gone and said that you've gone to multiple law enforcements. Well, here's a very interesting thing. If you have, prove it. Prove it.
So, Debbie Baker, thanks for the 10 gifted Squid Pro Quo memberships. It is greatly appreciated. And Lynn Britton, thanks for being a member for a year. Eek, it's our 1-year anniversary. Love you, Squid. Love you too. Oh my goodness. And the final order of dismissal, she did not dismiss it voluntarily. Like, she did not write a motion to dismiss. This was dismissed because the plaintiff has not perfected service on the defendant within 120 days of filing. Therefore, the cause against the defendant is hereby dismissed without prejudice. I just want to make that clear because devil's advocate, I do like, because when you say it's dismissed, she has a track record of dismissing things and filing a motion to dismiss after, after a while. I just want to make it clear that in this particular case, it was dismissed because not everybody was served. And because she didn't serve people within the 120 days, it was dismissed by the judge.
So let me ask you a question before we Yeah, so let me ask you a question. What happens if every single one of them decides to sue her for false for this?
I don't know.
What happens if DJ Rats decides to sue her? What happens?
Whoop, hold on. There you go.
That hurt.
Sorry, I changed it to 2-person, but I forgot that I have to add you before.
No, it's all right. What if every single person that she's attacked since she threw herself and injected herself into all this, what happens if they all sue her individually or decide to do a class action lawsuit against her?
I would cover every single freaking thing that I can get my hand. Because once it's one of those things of like, I leave people alone and I just cover documents. But when you either personally attack me or you go after my family, then it's like I make it a mission to, you just made me you just gave me content. Thank you.
Yeah, exactly. And you know, apparently there's been trouble in paradise at the Crampons mansion.
The Thunder
which I thought was hilarious. I mean, like talking about most of these people are really quite boring individuals, to be honest. I think we should. Right.
I'm boring.
For February, I think you, me, my pretty, and a couple other people who I'll name afterwards, we should sit down and create a monthly bingo card. And at the end of the year, right, if the first person, right, to then answer the last question on the rear of that when we put it on there in December, on the 1st of January 2027, they receive a prize from all of us. I think we should plan that for the year. I think we should have like this year bingo thing. And 81, no cheating, sunshine. I'm watching you. And you, Roy.
Oh, by the way, if we really want to go there,
go where? I
right
mean,
here.
Like
we could always go over these.
Oh God.
These were her and I did go over these a little bit on my June, in either May or June of last year.
Yeah.
However, this is her Leslie Federigo's versus the Florida Bar.
Yeah.
We could, anybody want to go deep diving into every single document? And I mean if you really want to go there and the interest is there, Leslie, you done fucked up, bitch, because I have a Pacer account.
Yeah, and also Leslie, if you want the fucking attention that you don't want,
you asked for the attention.
You've opened the floodgates.
I am more than happy to oblige, bitch.
Yeah, you fuck with fire and you get burnt.
Her MO is intimidate, attempt, like threaten, and then back down.
Yep.
I don't back down.
No, you don't.
Because no.
Do you know if I ever
And
came
now
to the
you fuck
United
with someone who has a Pacer account. These documents that I read on here, I do not get secondhand from other people. This is my Pacer account. I go on there and I get the documents myself, which means I also have access to every other federal court in the entire country, including the Middle District of Florida, where you live.
do you know what I'd find quite funny? If I ever came to the States, right, I would employ security. On the left, I would have my pretty. On the right, I would have Squid. In front of me, I would Robert and Kasha. And behind me, I would get AT and fucking Roy. Yeah, that would be so safe. Gosh,
They spent their entire stream dragging down Flutter. I don't know Flutter, but I've heard Flutter Yo's name like thrown around lately in the sense of like in the sense of like she asked a question and now all of a sudden she's like public enemy number one. And like she's the next person that they're trying to like throw under the bus. But I don't know how much of that is true. That's just like, you hear bits and pieces of things and you're like, what did she do to isn't she a mod?
Well, Flutter Yo has been like on the coat. Well, she's been.
She was a mod. Oh shit.
She's like been following them for quite a while, and she's even been on platforms with them and others. And to be perfectly honest with you, she is a fairly intelligent lady. I mean, I'll be honest with you. Look, I don't know her. She's done me no wrong, but I have heard her, and just like with other people as well. I don't know what happened. I'm not going to get involved with what happened. I don't really care what happened, but this is not the first time this is not the first time the crampons or other people who behave like that have done this. If someone starts asking questions, they get thrown under the bus and then they get shit talked about for a while and then they move on.
And like here, people and I disagree all the time. And you know what?
Oh shit.
And Debbie Baker, thank you for the $20 Cash App. You were freaking amazing. I fell last week and it hurt so bad for days. Oh my God. I still have to edit. I am so behind on editing. I have to edit the week 4 fall prevention video for the other channel, but I promise I have it. I feel like I need to re-record it at this point. But like, yeah.
I mean, like Squid was saying, Squid and I sometimes fucking clash. But the thing is,
or like every other day.
Well, all the time, really. I mean, you're just a pain in the fucking ass, to be honest with you. But like,
he calls me a pain in the ass. He's not much better.
You are. Oh yeah, good point. No, but but the thing here's the thing. There's a difference between us when we argue or when we disagree with each other, right? Like we agree to disagree, and then we move on to the next topic because at the end of the day, it's not worth wasting time on something where we're not going to see, eye to eye. I mean, there are times where I'll hear her side, she'll hear my side, and we'll both go, do you know what? There is a point somewhere, and bang, we got the point. So.
Well, for example, like yesterday, like we have a problem in this country specifically. I say it because I'm here about if you think differently than someone, you're a bad person. Like Jeff and I yesterday had a fundamental disagreement on children incarceration.
Yeah.
Well, I don't think he's a bad person because he thought differently than I am. I just think he's a good person with a freaking bad idea. And I'm pretty sure he thinks that I'm the same thing. Generally a good person, but I had a really bad idea.
Yeah.
Or a really bad opinion. And you know what? That's okay, because at the end of the day, we can laugh, but we can learn from each other. And he said some things that I might not have thought of. And I can see where he's coming from and try to, walk a mile in his shoes as a former police officer. Like, and he might be able to walk a mile in my shoes as, a mental health practitioner and someone who's dealt with the mental health and criminals from a mental health perspective in the hospital going, hey, officer, can you unlock my patient so we can go for a walk? Like, we have different perspectives and neither one of us is wrong. We're just coming at it from a different angle. And that's what we can learn by being in a chat where you disagree with people. Is you can
Yeah.
learn from people. I can learn from the chat can learn from me, I can learn from Spawn, I don't know what, but I can.
Oh, snap.
He can learn from me. Like, it's all about learning other people's perspective because everybody is different. And just
Yeah, I
because
mean,
you have a
I've learned
different
quite.
opinion does not
Yeah,
make you a bad person.
yeah. I mean, I've learned like Jeff just fucking kicked me in the nuts, but laughed about it. You just wait till I get you back, you shithead. But no, but the thing is, you have to understand is that, you know, earlier on I growled at Jeffrey. That wasn't a negative thing. If I didn't like Jeffrey, or I didn't like Jeff, or if I didn't like people, trust me, I wouldn't even fucking acknowledge that you existed. Okay.
I had a conversation with somebody today where I'm like, Mr. Squid asked me when I had a problem with a couple people on YouTube, and he's like, why do you care? And I was like, you know what? I don't. And he was like, and now every time that, like, if you don't add to my life, I don't care. And it's like I really don't care. Like, it's not that I hate you. I just don't care. Like, I don't even care to remember your name. Like, because you're just not worth time and effort it takes to remember who you are.
And also, at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, Ewoks, Wookiees, and members of the jury, if you didn't fucking like us, or if you didn't fucking see the unadulterated factual truth that we are human beings, we're both veterans. Okay, she's a squid, but that's, you know, there, right? But there's one thing that out of all the negativity, and you can check this, you can think about this from history, out of all the negativity, our friendship has become so strong. I've learned so much of it, and I've learned off other people. And you know, and like the thing is, yes, Jeffrey, I told you to back off because sometimes I
All right. Anyway, I have to get going. I said 15 minutes ago that I had to get going. Now I really need to get going because I have to get my little fed and I have to get ready for work. So, final thoughts.
you first.
I feel like I kind of went over it, but like, I don't want to fight. I don't want to fight anybody. But those in glass houses shouldn't throw stones. And when you offhandedly accuse me of a crime because I am discussing publicly available information, and I'm sorry that your bad behavior just so happens to be a source of publicly available information. And I hate false accusations. And I break stuff down from not who writes it or who says it, but does it factually make sense and add up? I don't judge the person, I judge the words. And she wanted to get all in her feels because fucking people with emotions, Jesus, Pete. You people with emotions, like, what the hell's wrong with you? She got all up in her feels and decided to accuse me, among others, of felonies for reading publicly available documents and text messages. I did not post those text messages. Those text messages were posted from the primary source who received them. And I read what was posted on a public website. Not a crime. But you are flirting with defamation, but you're too much of a pussy to say my actual name because flirting with defamation is the only flirting that you're good at, as we've demonstrated by the text messages. With that being said, I will continue to read every document in every court case that I can find with her name attached to it, and her husband's too, because not him as acting as an attorney, because it's not fair to the people he's representing. However, he's got his fair share of bullshit too. And because of her running her mouth to someone who does not back down to bullshit, i.e. me, you ran into the wrong bitch. You think Megan is mean? I make Megan look like a puppy dog. I am 1,000 times meaner and give 2 fucks less than anybody else on the fucking internet. Bond, would you like to give your final thoughts?
Yeah. Now, like I always say, truth, facts, evidence always speak fucking louder. Other than that, don't even come knocking at my door because I'll just fuck you off. Now, the biggest issue with all this, from what I'm seeing, is that I've seen factual proof videos from one side, and I've not seen anything. And in fact, if this happened quite a few weeks ago, right? Why were the law enforcement not involved then and there? Why did it take you until now? Why is it that people like you and other people from the What the Hell's ecosystem have to watch people's streams to get ideas? And and then take those ideas and then go, oh yeah, I didn't think of that. I'll go and do that. Because let's be honest with you, only recently we've been talking about why is there no police report? Why is this? Why is that? And then suddenly you suddenly pop out of nowhere with, oh, I've gone to police. Yeah, no. If you've got an allegation that's serious, one, the police, and if there's any former police officers here, would know for a fact that the police would advise the individual not to communicate or do anything towards getting any further interaction what's going on. Now, you've come on your platform and played the freaking Pied Piper. So that means if the police have advised you not to communicate or not to continue bringing it up, but keep it behind closed doors, you are ignoring the advice from the police law enforcement. So that would put on a technicality that could make your case a little bit harder. On the second point is that Squid has every fucking right as a creator and as a investigative journalist, as a human being, and also as an American citizen under the First Amendment.
Don't put me in a category with them people. I'm just me.
Yeah,
I'm Squid. I am not an investigative nut. I'm just me.
Let me get there. Okay, and she's also a pain in the ass. And once she gets her fingernails into something, she will basically go from A to Z or A to Z, and that's it. She will talk about it and she will show it like she has. Okay, and I do the same thing, but I have a little twist. I go, zigga zigga, hello stranger, hello little one. Right. So on my final thought is this: stop threatening people, stop trying to intimidate people. Right, one way or the other, you're going to get caught out in your own lies. And let's be honest, and because there's a little one present, I'm going to say this in different words. One's poo doesn't smell different to everyone else's poo, especially when it comes out your mouth. And if you continue to talk poo out your mouth, at some point your bottom will sue your face for talking too much poo. But there you go. Hello, Angel. Look, hello, Angel. Your mic's muted, by the way.
And Debbie, he drives me nuts like an older brother would drive me nuts. Not like a mad. So there's people in the comments that are like, he interrupts you. I forgot how annoying he can be when he's on. And it's like, he annoys you. It's like, no, like he picks on me. I pick on him. It's just when we do it on stream, people don't
Listen, I am.
Get down. She slides off my leg, and then when she does it, she's like.
Right, listen, I am a lovable pain in the ass. Get used to it. If you don't like it, you don't have to listen to me.
Oh, all right. On that happy note, I have us set up to redirect over to Rosalind. Go tell her I said hi, and I will see you guys on the next one. And Debbie, feel better. And thank you for the Cash App. You want to eat it?
Yeah, you ready? 3, 2, 1.